Good evening, Bloomington families. We are coming to you live from the Chaska Event Center, where tonight your Bloomington Jefferson JV squad will be taking on the Chaska Chanhassen Stormhawks, I believe is their mascot. We are coming in hot, so you're just in time to see the opening puck drop. And right off the draw, Chaska dumps it into the zone. That shot deflected high over the net, goes behind the net there. Walsh retrieves, tries to get it up the boards. Tyus is there, but it's held in. Shot on net, deflected into the corner. Bird in net, as always. Outlet pass intercepted by Chaska again. That shot's deflected into the corner. Woodford there, battling. Comes out of the scrum. Tries to get it ahead to first. First succeeds in getting it up ice to Tyus, and Bloomington's going to get a full line change.
Well, the Jaguars won that draw, Brian, but the Stormhawks won the aggression. They pushed it forward. It was beating our end for the beginning minute or so here of this period. 14-10 remaining here in the first 0-0 game.
And a good up ice rush there from Chaska. Carried it all the way in, but had a feeble shot attempt. Sam Nevent here might have a chance to get a shot on net. She does. Pad save came to Hoffbeck, but it was on her backhand. She couldn't redirect it. She drops it for Herman. Herman skates into the middle. Shot gets deflected into the corner. Hoffbeck rings the boards. Herman's going to try to hold the zone. Held in there by Thornburg, who was covering for Herman. Puck now clear. Sam Nevent's going to have to come out, tag up. Herman trying to kill some time at center ice. Thornburg's got it now. She reverses course. She's looking for an outlet pass. Takes it herself up the middle. She's got 2D on her, though, on her backhand. Centering pass for Tyus. That got broken up. Lindman tries to hold it in. Puck gets ahead. Here's the scoring opportunity. 2-on-0. Makes a move. Good job from Bird there. Stayed with the on-rushing breakaway, forced her wide, never got a shot off.
Ada did indeed cut her off very well there with good body control. So pure breakaway and very well played by the Jaguar goaltender.
Good patience from Bird there, not going for the moves. Now Bloomington's got the puck. Woodford tried to sneak it in the near side post coming from behind the net, but lost the puck. She throws it in front. Tyus is there and bats. And there's Tyus, as we've gotten accustomed to seeing in front of the net, and she nets the first goal of the game, John.
Very nice, aggressive move by Lisa Tyus there. Give Jaguars a 1-0 lead. Boy, this has been, as they often call fire wagon hockey, up and down. Just had a breakaway, as we mentioned, the Stormhawks, but the Jaguars themselves going right back. Got some offensive pressure, and a nice goal by Lisa Tyus, who stays on the ice as they to add to their lead. Offsides here on the Stormhawks.
I think the freshman Tyus might be the leading goal scorer for the JV squad now. At minimum, I think she's tied, if not in the outright lead.
You know that at least twice she's begun the game by having the first goal, including the first JV game of the year. So she continues to impress, as does Etta Woodford with a very nice crisp shot there that goes over the net line.
Woodford with a good rip, but the goaltender got a piece of that, deflected it high. Puck comes back out to Keith on the blue line, but that shot gets picked off. Walsh skates back, she swerves, she's going to pick up some speed. Cuts through center ice, loses the puck. Woodford had a chance at it. Now Sam Nevent, fresh off the bench, along with Hoffbeck. They disrupt the play. Keith's got it behind the net. She tries to get it up the boards to Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck's going to carry it out, or at least attempt to. Gets it out to Sam Nevent at center ice. Sam Nevent's going to carry it across the blue line, try to get it into the center. Loses the puck to Chaska. Batted around at center ice. There's Thornburg with it. She's going to get a shot here. A little bit of a misdirection that missed wide of the left. Might have gotten tipped by a defenseman. Puck comes loose and we get an offensive zone draw.
And we mentioned, Ryan, that on Elise Tyson's goal, that there was a little bit of a scrum in front of the net, and sure enough, the goal was unassisted because it had been touched by a Stormhawk defenseman right beforehand, but she was able to accept it, take a nice shot on the side of the net and give the Jaguars a 1-0 lead. The Jags are also leading in the shots, 4-2 with 11 minutes remaining here in the first.
I think I'd probably credit Woodford with an assist on that. Whether official scoring or not, she did most of the heavy lift in getting that puck to the front of the net.
Indeed. And quite often, as you know, the officials who are not able to, the officials sometimes are not able to, discern, so they just don't assign an assist. But I agree that Etta certainly would have been deserving.
Well, Kurt Krenz, our official JV scorekeeper, is going to the replay booth to determine whether an assist is warranted there. Good shot by Chaska Chan. Puck's loose in front with traffic. Bird stopped the initial shot, but the rebound was sitting in the crease momentarily. Lindman trying to get it out, held in momentarily. Chaska tags up regardless. Lindman retreats. She's got it behind the net. She goes around, tries to get it up the boards to Hoffbeck, but it's batted back into the corner. Chaska's centering pass broken up. Thrown out to center ice. Bloomington's going to try to get a quick change. That puck's not very deep. They succeed in getting all 5 skaters off, but Chaska quickly up into the offensive zone. Walsh steals that puck. She gets tied up behind the net. Woodford there to help her out. Tries to go up the wall to Tyus. Chaska's going to hold it in. Good, strong forecheck there by the defenseman. Woodford has a chance now. She settles the puck, comes in all alone. Tries to go glove side high and misses wide of the net. Bloomington's first breakaway. Woodford again with the puck. Traffic in front. Got it on net. Comes back to Keith. Keith content to just throw it behind the net. Tyus is going to chase that down. She's got bodies in front. Tries to get it back to Walsh on the blue line. She does. Walsh sails one in. Kind of handcuffed the goalie there, but she succeeds in punching it to the corner. Puck again behind the net. Centering pass. Tyus is there, but intercepted by Chaska. They get it out across in the center ice. Tyus gets it back to Walsh. A lot of traffic. Strong forecheck. Aggressive play by the Chaska forwards here. Bloomington gets some fresh skaters. Chaska now with it deep in the zone. Sam Nevent's got it. She gets it to Thornburg. Thornburg ahead to Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck's going to have to come back out, as will Sam Nevent. Thornburg circling at center ice. Ends up on Lindman's stick. Lindman's pass gets intercepted. Maybe a 2-on-0 opportunity, but nope, it's picked off. Good recovery by Lindman there. She gets it ahead to Thornburg. Thornburg content to get it out to neutral zone. Chaska trying to get it in deep. Loses control. Comes back to Herman. Herman swings around the net, looking for a pass. Nobody there. Takes her time. Now she's going to skate with it. Goes cross ice. Good seeing eye pass there to Hoffbeck. Threaded the needle. Hoffbeck dumps it in as Bloomington's going to get a fresh set of forwards out. Woodford on the forecheck. Causes them to lose the puck a little early and an icing call.
1-0 Jaguar lead with 7:41 remaining in the first. Basically about halfway through the first 6-3 shot advantage for the Jaguars. You're back to Denise Tyus's goal. Your instincts were right, Ryan, and close your eyes. Etta Woodford had an assist, as did Alina Walsh when Kurt reviewed it on our broadcast. So the refs didn't pick up those two. Kurt did, and so it may not be on the official stats, but Kurt called off here.
That 2-on-1 opportunity results in a shot that went wide of Bird. Chaska still possessing it. Good pass to the high slot. Oh, tried to return. Had somebody in a centering pass, but that got broken up by Lindman. Into the corner. Herman loses the puck. Centering pass. Disrupted there by First. First succeeds in batting across the blue line. Chaska's going to have to tag up.
Nice poke check there by First in terms of pulling it out of the Jaguar zone, and they're under a little bit of pressure there.
Tyus succeeds in dumping it in deep. Allows Bloomington to get a fresh line out. Hoffbeck breaks up that pass. She's going to pick it up behind the net, but runs into a defenseman, loses the puck. Chaska trying to break out. Walsh trying to hold the zone. Bats it around. Chaska succeeds in getting it to the neutral zone. Keith there with it. Now Woodford. She goes back to Walsh. Walsh is going to skate that up, makes a move, gets a tripping call. Delayed penalty here. Gets it ahead to Thornburg. Thornburg under pressure. 2 defense honors. Tough angle shot. Banked it off the goalie, but did not quite go in. She almost ricocheted that off the goalie's helmet from a tough angle, John.
You know, we'll see Kalina Walsh in the varsity game here. Most likely she's playing just the first period of this JV game. You can see how versatile she is and how valuable in varsity she is. Had the puck pulled into the defensive zone, was able to engender what we call the storm hockey. Still was able to get up, beat her opponent to the puck, bring it all the way down, and create a shot opportunity. Jaguars now going to call it out.
Jefferson with a good shot in front. That got deflected down by Thornburg, but the goalie saved it. Walsh goes across to Keith. Keith centering pass found Thornburg. Thornburg couldn't handle the puck, but good passing there by the Blue Liners. Goes behind the net to Hoffbeck. Sam Nevent has it now. She tries to center, but splits the D. Keith is going to have to chase that down. We're 30 seconds into the power play. She goes D to D to Walsh. Walsh goes cross ice. Perfect pass. Finds Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck hits Thornburg, who loses it at the blue line. She passes back to Walsh. Walsh is going to carry it in now. She's got a little room. Going to get a tough angle shot. Try to go block her side high. Good save by the Chaska goaltender there.
Created a nice rebound opportunity as well, but weren't able to put it in. But some good offensive pressure on this power play round.
Puck came back to Tyus, who's covering at the blue line. Walsh still in the offensive zone. Chaska succeeds in clearing it. We got 45 seconds left and the skater advantage. Herman picks it up. Picks up speed coming through the neutral zone. She's got Tyus and Woodford out there with her, along with... Oh, good pass. And that was First who tucked it in the far side post, but credit to Herman there, went coast to coast. Went into the corner and then a smooth backhand to First all alone on the far post.
Well, like the highest goal, they missed that assist. That was a beautiful pass across the crease. Goal and a 2-0 Jaguars on. Sending the Jags have a 10-3 shot advantage as well. 4:45. That's a power play goal. The Jags really good, solid in their power play, especially with their passing line.
And good job by Ella First being in that shooter spot. Almost like the basketball equivalent of the dunker spot, that far side post, when it's in the opposite corner, if that puck comes through, that should be an easy goal, and First deposited it, no questions asked. Chaska now trying to gain a little momentum, down 2-0. They're battling for it behind the Bloomington net. Lindman doing a good job of tying him up. Herman now goes D to D behind the net. Lindman's got a little bit of room. Tries to get it ahead to Tyus. Tyus tries to go across to First. First is going to pick it up, trying to get it deep. Hit Woodford, but off her skate. Lindman waits for it. Tried to dump it in deep, but sort of lost the handle on the puck a bit. And here comes Chaska the other way. Got Keith back. Good communication by Keith, talking to Lindman out there. And then blocks that shot with her skate. Well played by Keith, who's not historically a natural defenseman, but played a lot of blue line so far this season. Lindman looking up the sidewall. Gets it ahead to Woodford. Woodford tries to bump it ahead for another breakout, but just hit a stick. Chaska trying to dump it in. Loses the puck. Sam Nevent now. Tries to get it up the sidewall. Hits traffic. Puck being batted around. Lindman finally gets it across the blue line. Chaska's going to have to tag up. They do. They dump it right back in. Lindman's been out there for an extended stretch. Been in the Bloomington zone here for about a minute and a half.
Sustained offensive pressure by the Stormhawks. The 34. Preach is playing really well and almost had a breakaway opportunity as well, but the Jags finally able to clear it.
Bloomington having a tough time getting it through the neutral zone. Running into a lot of traffic and not strong with the puck on their stick so far. Sam Nevent dumps it in. Hoffbeck gives chase, but here comes Chaska again.
Indeed, it looks like Chaska's gone into a little bit of a higher gear here and perhaps realizing they're down 10-3 on shots. Definitely gas a little bit, but it looks like they might need a line change as well. Many of the same players have been out here for quite some time.
Another time where Bloomington's skating with the puck, just loses it off their stick. That time Walsh coming through center ice. First now trying to benefit. Chaska had it locked in their skates, but they succeed in avoiding danger. Chaska tried to center it. Came back to the D. Keith trying to just dump it in deep. Tyus plows through. She's got first with her. Bloomington in the midst of a change, but good hustle. Shot, pad save over to the sidewall. Lindman gets it ahead to Woodford. Tried to get a touch on it, but just outreached by the on-rushing Stormhawk. Chaska carries it in the corner. Centering pass picked up by Woodford. Again, she runs into a forward, loses the puck, and Chaska again holds it in. Lindman gets it to Woodford. Now Woodford's got a little bit of room. That's quickly closed off. She succeeds in dumping it behind the net. Tyus is there for a tip. That one gets saved, however. Sam Nevent knocks it into the corner. Woodford giving chase. We're down to the last minute of the first period. Relatively whistle-free, a fast-moving first period. Centering pass hits traffic. Tyus still battling for it. And here comes Chaska the other way. Long shot, pad save into the corner. Lindman tried to get it, but had her stick raised. Woodford coming back, gets it ahead to Sam Nevent. Sam Nevent gets it across the blue line. Bats it ahead. Woodford's going to give chase. We're down to 40 seconds. Woodford picks up the Chaska defense behind the net, forces a turnover. She carries it in front, but she's on her backhand, so she passes it back to Lindman. The puck hopped over her stick. Lindman content to dump it in. They're going to call that, offsides that was. Bloomington tags up. 20 seconds left. Chaska looking for one final rush. Oh, a turnover. Thornburg almost had it. Just had it poke checked away on the last defenseman. Puck comes back into the Bloomington zone. 5 seconds left. Keith's just going to try to kill this time in the corner and succeeds in doing so. A very quick first period, John.
It really was up and down, and despite being scoreless, the Stormhawks very aggressive in many ways, coming down on the forecheck as well as getting some opportunities. Had two nice successive pad saves and a really nice period by Ada Bird, keeping the Stormhawks off the score sheet. It's 2-0 Jaguars and about a 2-1 plus shot advantage, 11 for the Jags and 5 for the Stormhawks. You know, you're talking about how quick the period was, and boy, this in between seems really quick as well. It's only 24 seconds, so we're going to be back on the ice.
Sorry for those watching at home. We just realized all of the first period color commentary for Mr. Rash was missed due to a muted microphone. Thank you for our statistician for calling attention to it. So John, if you could repeat everything you said in that first period in the next 15 seconds, just AI summarize that content for us, if you would.
The AI summary is that the Jaguars are leading 2-0, have a 2-1 shot advantage. Goals by Tyus, and then by Ella First.
Yep.
And the Ella First goal was a power play goal. They look very aggressive, as do the Stormhawks. A very quick period, and we're looking for a quick second period before they resurface, although the chopped up ice with the up and down will probably slow the puck, if not the players.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, so at the risk of repeating ourselves, we always reference the short bench that the JV squad is typically playing with. Chaska, I'm a little surprised at how many skaters Chaska has on their JV bench. It appears to be close to 3 full lines. And maybe I shouldn't be surprised. I guess I don't know what sort of numbers Chaska-Chan typically has, but I think coming in, I was expecting that to be a little closer to Bloomington's situation.
Well, they've traditionally had some pretty strong youth programs. This is the culmination of 2 growing communities, Chaska and Chanhassen. So there's probably a lot of skaters in the pipeline, and they certainly have a lot of them on the bench, as you just said right now. They have more than 2 full lines out here. Maybe some varsity players about to get a period in as well, right?
Chaska with a good scoring opportunity right off the drop in the second period there. Glove saved by Bird, just managed to get a piece of that, deflected it wide. Now it comes into the Bloomington offensive zone. That's Thornburg disrupting play behind the net, but Chaska able to break it out. Keith breaks up the play. Thornburg back checking. She's got the puck, drops it to, I think that's Herman, who's on the blue line. Can't see her number. Here comes Chaska, makes a move. On the backhand, though, rolls one in. Sometimes those slow rollers can be a little tricky, but it appears Bird covered it up.
She's been equal to all of them so far, and as the Rolling Stones play Start Me Up, that's clearly what the Stormhawks were trying to do on that rush right there, and they're going to need a little bit of a jolt here because they're down 11-7 in shots and there's nothing on the scoreboard, 14-14, but a face-off to Ada Bird's right.
Yeah, you got one period's worth of music and pop culture references to make up for here, Johnny, so I appreciate the early Stones reference. Another shot by Chaska. That should be their 8th of the game. Bird successfully handles that one as well. Woodford on the draw, bats it to the sideboards. But again, it comes in front. Another shot on, and again covered up by Bird.
You know, we began the period with a more than 2-to-1 shot advantage. Now it's just 2 shots, 11-9. So again, some sustained pressure. But you know, if it seems on the broadcast like it's repeated, this is the 3rd successive face-off to Ada Bird's right. And as they scrum for it in the corner, they're going to try to obviously to get it cleared here. The Jaguars are, but so far still a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, Jefferson having a tough time to clear the zone. Another shot in front. That hits Herman with a good block shot. Puck comes in front again. That gets to Lindman. She tries to get it to Woodford and again batted in. Bloomington just having trouble getting across the blue line, but here comes Herman with some speed. Makes a move, gets around the defenseman. Oh, tried to go glove side, high corner. Goalie got a piece of it, though, and tipped that over the crossbar.
Really nice individual effort by Lola Herman there to finally clear it and then just take it down. And as you say, got a great scoring opportunity. Didn't go in, but seemed to break the spell a little bit in terms of the Stormhawks' advantage in the Jaguars zone.
Chaska holds it in again, throws it through the crease to the far side corner. Puck comes behind the net. Chaska possesses, centering pass. There was somebody there, but good job on Woodford breaking that up. Another puck goes through the crease, hits traffic, bounces around. Centering pass just thrown down the ice by Herman. It's a good play on her part. Bloomington in need of fresh skaters. Oh, it appears Bloomington going with only 3 defensemen this second period, John.
Indeed, you look at their bench, 4 players taking a very well-deserved break, and it's standing room only on the Stormhawks bench. And one of the things about these JV games, Ryan, is one cannot tell between periods what rival teams, who they're bringing up from varsity and who they're not, because there are more players on the bench than there were in the first period here. So they're maybe getting some varsity skaters a little bit of a warm-up here for their game. So that might explain them being able to close the shot differential now 12-9 in favor of the Jaguars.
This is going to be a tough ask for Bloomington. Here comes Hoffbeck, intercepts that pass. She skates behind the net. Almost lost her footing, but held on. Gets it back to Lindman. Lindman tries to throw it in front. Puck's knocked loose. Keith's trying to hustle back to break up a 3-on-0. Puck gets dropped. Good back check by Lindman. Shot. I think Bird got a piece of that withered glove and forced it high. Bloomington in scramble mode a little bit here. Hoffbeck content to just ice it. But the Chaska goalie is going to play that, prevent the icing. Bloomington still gets a change. Probably a good strategy in this second period where you get the changes are the long way and you've only got 3 defensemen. Take those icings, take the whistles, get fresh skaters out.
And yet the Chaska goalie wouldn't give them the icings. She came out to play it, and I think realizing what they were trying to do, and you know her team has a little bit of the momentum, and they want to try to seize upon that.
Chaska forward splits the D, comes in alone on Bird, but Tyus with a good back check from her forward spot, tied up the stick and prevented that shot from getting on net.
Goal scorer and goal preventer so far this game.
That shot goes in front. I think that hit the crossbar, John. You couldn't hear it over the crowd noise, but it appeared to ricochet off the crossbar and wide of the net. Chaska with bodies in front now and getting a lot of traffic, a lot of scoring opportunities this second period. First, forechecking. Tyus holds it in, tries to bat it to Woodford. Woodford picks off the pass, throws one on net. Glove saved by the Chaska goaltender. Good effort from the Bloomington forwards that shift.
Indeed, and got a nice shot off, and enough so that the Chaska goaltender felt compelled to catch it, and that allows Bloomington to change lines, or at least 4/5 of the line that they have, and be able to take a little bit of a breather here.
Our official statistician informed us during the break that the varsity bus had some either timing issues, mechanic, who knows, traffic issues. That might explain, John, why we're playing short a little bit in the second period. Is it's possible that there might have been a skater intended to drop down and just didn't get here on time due to the transportation miscommunication or whatever it was.
That's why, of course, it's very fortuitous they were able to get that 2-0 lead with some relatively early goals in the first period here, when they at least had 2 full lines of 5 here. But Jaguars so far hanging in there and up to the task.
Bloomington with some good pressure here off that offensive zone draw. Both Hoffbeck and Thornburg with shots in that sequence. Puck comes back to Herman. Herman goes across to Keith. Keith trying to get up the sidewall but loses it. Chaska gets a tough angle shot, misses the net. Let's see if that gets across the blue line. It's held in, at least momentarily, by Chaska. Herman goes across to Keith. Keith goes up the sidewall or tries to hit Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck gets it across to Sam Nevent. But Sam Nevent can't get it out of the zone, held in by Chaska. That shot deflected into the corner by Bird. Chaska still with it, circling. Centers it to the D. Holds on to it, trying to get a shot. Got broken up by Keith. Keith again intercepts that pass, but struggling to get it out. Finally throws. That's probably going to be on net. Goaltender
Again,
sticks it to
avoided
the
an
side.
icing there, but the Jags do get a change.
4 fresh skaters out. Herman, the third defenseman, stays out momentarily. Tries to intercept that pass. Here comes Chaska, 3-on-2. Good back check by First to slow it down, and then Lindman breaks up the play in front of the net. Woodford from one knee manages to clear the zone. Nice individual effort on her part. Bloomington is trying to get it in deep. Puck being batted around, battled for at center ice. First in the middle of all of that. Chaska finally manages to get it into the zone. Gets it in front. Shot goes on. Glove saved by Bird. Dropped the puck, but covered it before Chaska could get there.
A lot more action in the Jaguars' end this period so far. 8:56 remaining. So about a third of the period or so down. And Jaguars up, however, 2-0 here. Shots to Jaguars 13. And the Stormhawks 9. Face off to Adabird left.
I feel like the official shot counter might be broken or something. That hasn't moved off a 9 for like 5 minutes.
Adabird has been very busy down there, and I concur. It's kept at 9, and there's no way that it's that. And in fact, they might be close.
They got to
to
be a couple short.
Where the Jaguars are.
Bloomington again struggling to get it out of the zone. They go D to D. Herman thought about skating it up. Tries to get it to Hoffbeck on the sideboards. She tried to go cross ice to First. That's held in though. Bloomington seems a little tired this period. They've been in their defensive zone probably the majority of the time. Struggling to get it out, and with only 9 skaters might be taking a toll.
And on every shift there's a player who's double shifting too, because there's only 4 players on the bench. So there's one in particular out there, not showing it, but who really has to dig deep.
Herman tries to get up the sideboards. That comes to Woodford, but that again is held in. Bloomington really struggled. They just need to ice it at this point. Herman tried to get it ahead to First. Again held in. Woodford. Now Lindman's got some room. Let's see if she can get it out, and she succeeds. Much needed. Bloomington going to get some fresh skaters out. Let's see who gets stuck double shifting here. Looks like Lindman's turn to stay out there.
I think it was Adam Woodford who was, the iron skater, that double shift right there, and she just did a tremendous job.
Bloomington with a defensive zone draw. They win that. Over to Lindman. She gets it over to Keith. She's got First up ahead of her. Instead, she finds Thornburg. Thornburg with some speed. Let's see if she can catch the middle. Made a good move, but good back check by Chaska, and they're going to get Thornburg on a hook. Bloomington going to be shorthanded here. Delayed penalty call. Chaska enters the zone. Drop pass picked up by Sam Nevant.
A little bit more than halfway through the period here, and this indeed is going to be a test for the Jags. The face-off, of course, will be right down by Ada Bird to her right this time. The first power play so far from the Stormhawks, who have had the puck in the Jaguars' end much more than they did in the first period here.
With Welcome to the Jungle playing, I feel like we're ready for kickoff here, John.
Absolutely.
Wrong sport. Chaska wins that draw back to the blue line. Shot comes in front, hits traffic. That was deflected by Lindman, but Bird again up to the task. Shot counter still has not. There we go. We finally got another shot officially. Centering pass, dropped back. That hit traffic. Didn't get on net. Tyus kicks it ahead, but can't get it out. Chaska makes a move, sails that shot high and wide. Chaska gets it to Lindman. Lindman succeeds in icing it down. Good penalty kill so far, but we're only 40 seconds in. Still got a minute 20. Woodford on the forecheck. Bloomington smartly changing while they have the opportunity. Chaska skates through the neutral zone, carries it in.
Nice
Good poke check by Herman. Gets it to Woodford, who backhands it out of the zone. Good play by both Bloomington players there. Woodford again knocks the puck loose, being disruptive at center ice. Chaska loses it, trying to dump it in. And that's
Chaska
Herman,
looking a little bit ragged on their power play and really well defended so far by the Jaguars.
Especially that last 30 seconds or so. Now here comes Chaska. They fire one low, pad save into the corner. Chaska again drops it back to the high point. Oh, almost a turnover there. First again breaks up the pass, but Chaska manages to chip it in. They get it into the corner. Keith there going 1-on-2. Chaska comes away with it. Bloomington content to keep it wide. Centering pass. Chaska had a player there, but couldn't redirect the puck. First knocks it loose. We're down to the final 10 seconds. That shot hits the side of the net. Chaska centering pass. Oh my gosh. And a quick one-timer from the Chaska player right in front, but Bird got an arm on it and then held it, prevented the rebound. She's playing phenomenally well right now, John.
Absolutely, and really good eyes by Ada Bird there. You can see from our vantage point how the puck took an unexpected bounce, and her head was just, her eyes completely trained on it, which allowed her to catch it and make kind of that basket save. So very well done. 12 official saves by her so far, unofficially far more than that, as you mentioned. They seem to be a little bit asleep at the switch of the shot clock here, but Jags killed off that penalty successfully, Ryan, back to full strength.
Bloomington gets it out to the neutral zone. As we've seen all period, Chaska quickly turns that around. Centering pass broken up by Herman. She gets to Sam Nevant, who manages to clear the zone, but it's thrown right back in. Herman's going to get an interference penalty there. But first a shot and a goal. Not much Bird could do on that. She was coming across off the centering pass, and the puck went to the near side post. Good play by Chaska there.
And they have been putting a lot of pressure on the offensive end there, and Jags have been equal to it, but just at that time, you're right, that just left the goalie exposed, so we now have a 2-1 game. Shots officially are 13 apiece, 4:42 remaining in the second period.
What has Bloomington had? Maybe 2 shots this period? We started the period with 11, maybe?
Started with 11, because it was an 11-to-5 ratio to end the first period. Now, as we've mentioned, they're maybe not the most distinct in notching all the shots, but clearly it's been a period where the Stormhawks have played much better.
The ice has definitely been tilted in the Stormhawks' advantage this second period. Bloomington had a little bit of an offensive pressure there. Chaska, though, gets it across the blue line with control. Herman there, rubs her off. Centering pass hits the side of the net. Unfortunate bounce there, came off the side of the net. pops right out front where a Chaska player was sitting, and she just stick handled that around Bird, who had dropped down for the save.
You're quite right. That was a rebound that just took a tough bounce and allowed the Stormhawk player to score, but ended up the game 2-2 in the second 4:04 remaining here. And Jags changed lines and they look to reseize the momentum here in the second.
That was 2 goals in about 30 seconds there, John. Bloomington is trying to survive at this point. Good centering pass from Sam DeVent. Thornburg got a good shot off after being tied up. Sam DeVent there for the rebound too, but the Chaska goaltender covered it.
Chaska goaltender thanking her defensive mates there as well for trying to protect her. She realizes that that was a pretty crisp shot here, so we will have Thornburg take the face-off here as Chaska gets a change.
Thornburg was showing some good agility, able to get that shot off in heavy traffic. And off the draw, Hoffbeck throws it into the corner. Again, throws it behind the net. Sam DeVent retrieves. She's trying to get it to Thornburg, but she's tied up along the boards. Hoffbeck there helping her out. Puck comes out to Lindman. Lindman in front. Hoffbeck there redirected it on net. Had a couple of whacks at it, but the Chaska goaltender had good positioning, hugging the post.
Good forechecking by the Jaguars here, trying to keep it down in the zone.
Keegan throws it opposite side. Thornburg behind the net. She's going to try to get it in front. Now she's got a little bit of room, trying to peel it off the boards. Chaska succeeds in getting out to center ice. Lindman hustling back. That shot, blocker side high, but Ada Bird deflected it up into the netting.
Nice save by Ada, but it deflecting out of the rink, so that'll create a face-off to her right here. 3:07 remaining in the second.
We got 3 minutes left in the second period. Bloomington, I think at this point, just trying to hold on for the second period intermission. With 9 skaters, you can see they're winded. They're coming to the bench and immediately sitting down, whereas the Chaska bench, 3 lines, everybody's standing. Chaska again with some offensive zone pressure, holding it in at the blue line. Some good moves, shot on. Bird gobbles that one up. Another body right in front on top of her. That only took 10 seconds. We'll have another defensive zone draw. Woodford at center. Chaska though wins that, comes back to the blue line. Fortunately on the backhand. Herman's gonna carry it up herself. Showing some speed, trying to turn the corner to cut in front. She does. Makes a move and nets the goal. I didn't think Herman had that much energy left in her here with 2 minutes left in the second period, but impressive coast-to-coast rush and patience as she skated through the high slot there.
Stuck with it, terrific puck control. Was able to get the goalie to sprawl and then able to punch it in there to the delight not just of her teammates on the bench, but the varsity team, which has now arrived and watching this game, cheering their Jaguar teammates on here. So 3-2, Jaguars reseize the initiative, even though they're now down officially in terms of, or actually they're just up just 2 shots now, 17-15.
Chaska with a hard shot there that went wide of the net. They managed to keep it in the zone. Now they're going to have to tag up and leave out. Herman's got it. She's again going to try to skate through, but loses it. Good back check there by Woodford. Can't clear the zone though. This Chaska blue line is just playing tough. Finally, Bloomington manages to chip it out. They get 2 fresh forwards on the ice. Woodford, a one-man wrecking crew, and she gets tied up. No call though. Lindman's gonna throw it in front. That gets redirected into the corner. That gives Woodford a chance to change. Comes out to Herman. Herman tries to dump it into the corner, but hit Thornburg, who was skating out. Thornburg now makes a move. She's got a little bit of room. She's on her backhand, though. She skates behind the net, looking for a pass. Tried to center it. Lost it behind the net. Here comes Chaska 2-on-2 the other way. Herman, who's been out there for seemingly forever, slowed down the onrush. Oh, Bird with a save and then sticks it to the side. We're down to about 1:15. Bloomington again just trying to survive. Hoffbeck dumps it in deep. Herman finally going to the bench for a well-deserved breather. Down to the final minute. Let's see if Bloomington can get to the intermission here with the lead. They're looking a little slow now after being worn out, but they still force a turnover. Here comes Thornburg. She's got numbers. Makes a move, cuts to the front, gets tied up, puck's loose. Oh, Hoffbeck coming in late, tried to chip it in, but hit traffic. Now here comes Chaska. They've got somebody out ahead, but that's broken up. Puck came out of the zone. We'll get a face-off draw with 36 seconds left.
Couldn't get it past the goalie, but good individual and collective team effort there in eating up some time and keeping it in the offensive zone here. They're going to have a neutral zone draw with 36.6, won by the Jaguars and still controlled by them.
Woodford, good draw win there. Bloomington succeeds in dumping it in. Down to 30 seconds. Bloomington is trying to keep it down at this end. Turnover, try to get it back to the point. First, try to center it to Tyus. Tyus camped out in front, looking for one last goal to close out the second period here. That puck hits the ref, does Bloomington a favor. Woodford has it now. She's going to skid out front, tries to backhand it. She had the upper corner, but sailed that over the crossbar. Centering pass, Tyus got to raise the defenseman's stick, but couldn't get a shot on. There's a tough angle. And we get to the second period intermission. Bloomington doing all they can to drag themselves off the ice to get a rest.
If ever a team deserves a break, it's right now. And they get to go to the locker room, get a breather. They're going to resurface the ice, so they'll come out fresher. The ice will be fresh and thus quicker. And we always notice that after two periods, and especially Ryan with as up and down as that period was. This ice, looks like the streets did yesterday morning after that inch of snow. It's pretty chopped up right now. So we'll get that cleaned up, and we'll be back here for the third.
Well, we will take a break and we will pick up the action again with the third period face-off. All right, Bloomington fans, we are back for the third period. Resetting where we stand, Bloomington on a late second period goal recaptured the lead. After one, Bloomington was up 2-0. Then after a really tough second period, they found themselves tied after Chaska Chan scored twice in about a 30-second span late in the second period after a sustained pressure. But Bloomington on an end-to-end rush by Lola Herman regained the lead with about 2 minutes left and then held on. So as we start this third period, Bloomington thankfully got a couple of reinforcements. So it looks like they actually, a bevy of riches, they got 2 lines plus 1, John, the rare extra.
Really nice job holding off a pretty sustained rush. One of those varsity skaters, Alex Kapsner, is on the blue line right now as Lola Herman takes and wins the draw.
Draw one back, but it goes into the Bloomington zone. Hoffback gives chase. Whoa. Kapsner went hard into the end boards there. I think either lost an edge or got taken down, but she pops back up, grabs the puck. She's going to skate it out, but lost the puck. It's in the corner. Centering, we had one goal that went off the side of the net and popped out front. Almost had another one there. Keith gets taken down, draws a penalty.
You know, she got taken down, but we've seen at least 2 skaters who are very, good at what they do, lose an edge here.
Yep.
And I mentioned this, they got used to skating with really chopped up ice. And we see this sometimes when they re-ice in the third period here, how fast the puck and the players go. And on both sides, sometimes, lose a little bit of an edge early on here. But they'll get this ice carved up in no time. Yeah,
it's definitely a consistent trend. The first few snowy ice, and then everything's faster and slicker. It takes them a bit to adjust. So Bloomington on the power play, possesses the puck. They're going behind the net. Keith, centering pass, had Hoffbeck planted out in front. She tried to tuck it in the near side post, but that just went wide.
Nice centering pass there by Taylor Keith.
Lindman holds the blue line. Herman drops it back to Lindman. That shot hits a stick, pops into the corner. Herman there, though, with Hoffbeck. Holding the zone. Kapsner tries to throw it opposite corner, but that hit a Chaska defender, and they throw it all the way down.
That hooking penalty still in effect in minute 16 for the power play for the Jaguars as they try to regroup here. And
Kapsner gets it ahead to Tyus. Hoffbeck's going to pick it up. She's got Herman with her. Low shot, smart play, trying to get the rebound, but the goalie deflects that into the corner. Herman throws it behind the net to Tyus. Tyus retrieves into the corner, drops it back to the blue line. Spencer, content to tuck it behind the net. Tyus is going to give chase. She's got first with her. That hit a skate, popped out to the far side wall. Spencer's going to hold that in. 5 new Bloomington forwards for the last 40 seconds here. That also hit traffic, but Chaska clears it. And we see Thornburg playing the blue line. We saw that last game.
Again, the versatility of these JV
Jaguars
has not failed to impress. And she is on the blue line, but just played like a forward there, bringing the puck all the way down. So
carried it coast to coast,
nice
lost it in the crease. Held in by Spencer. Woodford behind the net. She's also got first with her. First forechecking. But Chaska's going to manage to clear the zone, but only out to the red line, and Thornburg throws it right back, and we got 5 seconds left. Bloomington going to use that time to get a fresh set of forwards out. Chaska now at full strength as they skated up the ice. Cut to the middle. Oh, good poke check by Spencer. Keith there tried to get it ahead to Woodford, but that got intercepted. Centering pass hits traffic. Thornburg now, she's got Hoffbeck with her, 2-on-1. Keith trailing. Gets it across, but just a little too far for Hoffbeck. Couldn't catch up to it.
Nice stick save by the goalie to get it past Megan Hoffbeck as well. And the goalie's hung in there and played well. Has faced 20 shots so far. Saved 17 of them.
Drop back to Lindman. Now Keith's got it. She throws it behind the net to Hoffbeck. Hoffbeck's got Herman in front. Herman with the shot. I don't know if that hit the goalie or defenseman. Comes back to Lindman. She throws it right back in front. That one definitely hit traffic. Didn't get through to the net. Chaska, dangerous play here. They managed to poke it ahead. They got a 2-on-1. Kapsner takes the pass away. Shot hits Bird's pads. Lindman comes back to clear the puck. Hoffbeck trying to jam that up the boards, but held in. Kapsner gets it across to Keith, but Chaska pokes it around Keith and then carries it into the offensive zone, loses it there. Keith ices it down to get a fresh set of skaters out. We'll get a defensive zone draw. Shots shown on the board 21-17. We speculate that they're probably more close to even than that.
Probably a higher total on each side than that
yes.
as well.
Fair estimation.
But we're already nearly a third of the way through the third period here as well. So Jaguars still hanging on to that 1-goal lead and trying to clear it out and get in a position to have an offensive surge to try and add to it.
Bloomington won that draw, got it out to the center ice, but here comes Chaska right back the other way. Good back check by Woodford to break up that centering pass. Puck still manages to get to the side of the net. Outlet pass to Tyus. She skates around. If that puck holds up, she might be able to get there. Oh, just new ice, John. Needed a little bit of snow to slow that down.
No doubt, not due to the lack of effort. That's these guys down there. Basically beat the two Stormhawks who were in pursuit as well, but the face-off comes to Adaberg's left, and it'll be taken by Hedda Woodford.
Emily Spencer appeared to be enjoying that Gwen Stefani jam there, John.
She's
into the game, I take it.
moving to the head on the ice as well. And,
yes, she was. Well yes, she was.
In this period, as she's come down and joined the Jaguar bench.
Bloomington mucks it up at center ice, comes back to Thornburg. She goes across to Spencer. Spencer trying to get it ahead to Keith. Manages. Keith ahead to Woodford. Woodford now has Keith charging the net, but she's forced into the corner. She gets taken down there, no call. And Chaska trying to break it out. They succeed. Good passing on their part. They come to center ice. We're going to see Thornburg's defensive chops now back. No, it was Lindman with the strong back check breaking up that play. But Chaska centers it. Shot on net. Blocker save on a flipping puck. Good job there by Bird. Keith gets it up the side wall to Lindman. Lindman manages to clear the zone. That might make it all the way down again. We'll take another defensive zone draw.
That blocker save by Adaberg not only kept the puck out of the net, but controlled the rebound as well, Ryan. So very well played here, and she gets a stick tap by her defenseman.
You've spoken before. Sometimes those like sort of flippy, slow motion shots are the tougher ones to save. Bloomington wins the draw, but Herman banked it off the end boards. Almost came in front and then did get centered. Keith manages to bat it ahead to Hoffbeck to see if she can win that race. Tries to lift the Chaska stick, but Chaska comes away with it. Keith pausing, dumps it in, giving everybody a chance to tag up. Puck goes behind the net. Keith on the forecheck, stays with it. Kapsner loses it at center ice, but Keith retrieves and dumps it in again. Bloomington going to change 4. Sam Navant on the forecheck, buying time. Good stretch pass by Chaska. They're going to skate it into the zone. They lose it to Thornburg, but Thornburg loses the puck before she can get it out of the zone. Sort of back and forth steals Chaska now with a tough angle shot off of Bird's chest, deflected to the far wall. That's first trying to clear the zone. Woodford comes away with it. She passes it to Thornburg. Thornburg's got some room. She's going to skate it up. Brings it into the zone. Oh, but Woodford had crossed ahead of her. It appears Thornburg might like this blue line view where she can get ahead of steam coming through the neutral zone, John. We've seen several rushes on her part since she's moved back to the D line.
Having a very, very strong game here. Back on the blue line, flanked by Emily Spencer. Once again, Etta Woodford wins the face-off, and now picked up by Sam Navest, trying to get into the offensive zone.
Bloomington trying to jam it in deep into the offensive zone. Woodford manages to muscle it through. Chaska, though, clearing attempt, bounces out. We got a bit of a puck race here. Thornburg showing good speed, gets to that first, but it comes right back to Chaska. Centering pass, hits Spencer's foot in front, still loose. Finally, Thornburg bats it out to the blue line, puck thrown into the corner. Chaska, tough angle, centering pass, goes through the crease untouched. Comes out to the point, thrown back in. Spencer's going to retrieve. She's tied up. Woodford helping out. She tries to go off the boards, but Chaska there to tie her up as well. First finally gets it, but her clearing attempts held in. Shot in front of the net, couldn't get redirected. Bloomington, long shift here, they need a change. Gets to Samnevent up the sidewall. Thornburg's gonna come away with it. Trying to turn on the speed. Let's see if she can get around that last defenseman. She does, she's got an opportunity. Oh, tried to make a move and lost the puck in the crease right before she was about to fire the shot. And she's gassed, headed for the bench.
You've been mentioning right there, and served her very well. Nice save again by Ada Bird. It's going to force a face-off to her left as several of the Jaguars go out for a change.
Bird continuing her stellar play. We're about halfway through the third. We got a little over 7 minutes left in the game. Bloomington clinging to a 3-2 lead. A little confusion here on, I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, Bloomington's shorthanded. They called Thornburg for a penalty. Did you see that?
I saw nothing on the ice. I wonder if there's too many skaters on the ice or something like that. But
you know what?
Kind of an infraction that, where there was a collision or a body check or a hook or anything. But we'll have to wait.
I think you're right, John. Because after that breakaway attempt where she lost it, she was skating off from the defensive zone and she was skating slowly, gassed. I bet you it was too many men on the ice. Good deductive reasoning on your part there, Johnny Rash.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll have to see what they officially announce, but I can officially announce there's 100 seconds remaining in the power play for the Stormhawks, and the Jags are playing well.
Oh, slashing. Who'd it get?
Well, it was a stealthy slash because neither you nor I or anyone up here seems to have seen it. But,
we've seen some weird phantom calls this year, though, John, that didn't make sense. Maybe that was when they accused her of slashing when she whiffed on that shot. Who knows? Bloomington doing a good job on the penalty kill, though, so far. I don't think they've given up a shot yet. They managed to poke that puck out to center ice. We're halfway through the 2 minutes. Oh, and Hoffbeck just missed a breakaway. And instead, here comes Capster with an opportunity. One-on-one. That shot broken up. A second attempt. D to D there. She's taken some hacks in front of the net from the Chaska blue liner.
A short-handed opportunity, it should be noted, and almost one that you mentioned Megan Hoffbeck almost had as well. So the Jags killing this penalty off so far very well.
That shot goes wide of the net. We got 30 seconds left. It's cleared up to Tyus. Tyus manages to bat it all the way down. While we're shorthanded, the shorthanded goal, Johnny, what do you think of the new Professional Women's Hockey League rule where if you score a shorty, your player gets out of the box?
They call it a jailbreak, and it's thrilling when you see it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And they interview the players, and the players all love it on nearly every squad. So
incentivize some aggressive play when you're shorthanded. I like it.
Absolutely. So
Bloomington doing a phenomenal job killing off this penalty in there. They're at full strength. I don't even know that they gave up a single shot throughout that 2-minute stretch. And here comes First off the bench. Aggressive forecheck. Be careful with the stick there, but she forces the turnover. Now she's going to carry it in. She tried to center it to Woodford, but Woodford had to hold up to stay on sides. Chad pass was to Woodford's backhand. Spencer just trying to poke it ahead. There she gets a shot on, just went wide as bodies are strewn all over the front of the net. Pass back to Woodford, back to Spencer. Her shot hits traffic. Puck just hitting sticks now, nothing getting through.
Didn't beat the goalie, but that was a nice sharp shot by Emily Spencer there with players on her and got through with some muscle on the goalie there. And now her defensive line mate from the varsity team, Alex Capster, deep into the offensive zone
I think Capster's goal hunting, John. She's spending a lot of time in the offensive zone in front of the net. Herman with it now. She's in the corner. She's got Lindman back on the blue line, but she's killing time, content to dump it deep in the midst of a line change. Chaska dumps it down. If that goes to the goal line, that should be icing. It is.
Shades of what the Jags had to do a few times in the second period when they only had 9 players. That certainly isn't the issue on the Chaska Stormhawk bench because Klaus Christensen's suit on looking ready for hockey night in Canada in terms of what he's wearing. So a lot of fun at the rink here tonight.
Yeah, I think that's from the Kurt Krenz Christmas collection. They sell that at Target.
It's looking good.
Puck goes into the corner. Chaska possesses. They try to go D to D, but Hoffbeck's going to get to that puck first. She loses it to Chaska. Chaska comes out. Thornburg's going to retrieve. She's under heavy pressure, though. Makes a move into the corner. Gets through the two defensemen. Tries to get it ahead, but loses it. Chaska dumps it in deep. Lindman's going to retrieve. Lindman goes up the sidewall. Sam Nevent there. She's going to try to get it out. Battling. She gets help from Herman. Herman's got Hoffbeck with her. Hits her with the pass. Hoffbeck in all alone. See if she can get a shot off. And she goes upper corner. Another nice pass from Herman. I think that's her third in the upper glove side corner from close range.
Number 4 to number 44 for the fourth goal of the game here. And the Jaguars gives them a bit of a cushion with 3:03 remaining. So we're about 4/5 of the way through the third period. And the Jaguars can hang on to this. They're going to skate off with a victory, and a well-deserved one. As they've been outnumbered, but certainly not out-hustled tonight in this JV game.
That neutral zone face-off resulted in a bit of a scrum, but Kapsner comes away with it. She's trying to score, John. Let's try to get her one.
We can use some more insurance here, so that's great.
Number 4,
Chaska gets it out to center ice. Bloomington's got a change up. First, tried to go D to D to Spencer, but hit traffic. Kapsner dumps it in deep. Woodford's going to give chase. Chaska gets to that puck first, but Tyus holds it in. Bloomington in the midst of a blue. Tyus behind the net with first. The two of them battling for it. They're trying to get it in front. Puck comes back. That's dumped in by Thornburg. Oh, centering pass from Woodford found first on the back door, but couldn't get that one on net. Thornburg holds it in. Ooh, hard shot. Quick release from Thornburg. Hit Tyus in the elbow. Lindman trying to hold the zone. She succeeds, at least momentarily. Finally, Chaska manages to shove it out to center ice. We're down to a minute 50. Now Thornburg's going to turn on the Jets, trying to catch Chaska in transition. That shot hit the defenseman, bounces behind the net. Thornburg still possession, trying to center it. She got tied up, drops it back to Lindman at the blue line. She takes her time, fires it. That blocked by a defenseman, and here comes Chaska the other way.
Thornburg had 5 Stormhawks on her, which still managed to get off a shot and then beat several of them into the corner to get it. So really good hustle from her.
We're down to a minute 20. All Jefferson's got to do, or all Bloomington's got to do here is just sort of keep the puck out of the danger zone. Kapsner with maybe one last opportunity to get a goal. She goes behind the net, trying to pick up speed. Still in possession of the puck. Muscling her way through multiple Chaska defenders. Finally loses it. Comes out to center ice. Chaska brings it into the zone. Shot, handcuffed Bird there a little bit, but managed to get a blocker stick on it. Another shot, that got hit with a high stick in front, but sailed over the net. Keith trying to get it out of the zone, hit traffic. Here comes Herman with it. She's picking up speed. She's going to get rubbed off on the sideboards. Draws another penalty with 27 seconds left. Let's hope she's all right down there. I think she got taken down kind of hard.
Her teammates around her and making sure she's okay. She gets up. Tough player, as all of us know, and heads towards a well-deserved break from the bench, and most likely won't have to come back on the ice this game because there's just 27.7 left. The Jaguars go on the
How do we signal the bench here to put Kapsner in front of the net? Let's get her a goal here. Power play goal. Woodford taking the draw. Chaska wins that. Throw turns. Goes up ice to Woodford. Woodford picks it up. She's got Tyus with her. Content to dump it in. We're down to 12 seconds left. Woodford comes out of the corner. Tries to get it back to Thornburg. Thornburg's got a good shot. Tyus in front. Another shot. Save. Another backhand. And Tyus gets her second goal of the game as time expires.
With less than a second left, 3 straight shots in the final seconds, and then less than one left, he was able to score, make it a 5-2 victory. for the Jaguars. Very nice game by her as well as the entire squad.
That was Capster's goal. Tyus stole it, John. Tyus stole it.
Just terrific individual effort by all of them, including Ada Bird leading the handshake line here, who officially made 19 saves. We both think that she made more than that, but she played really, really well.
All around, John, that feels like one of the best games we've seen the JV squad play this year. From start to finish, great goaltending, solid defense, good off. Like, that's about as good as I think they've looked. And this Chaska team was pretty plucky.
No question about it, and far more numerous. I was counting 15 skaters out there. They had 3 full lines. Jaguars at most, had 11 skaters. Most of the time had either 10 or 9. So very well played. Great hustle by the JV Jaguars here. Hopefully sets up for the contest coming up here in varsity game.
All right, well, our varsity game will start at 7. Jason and Kurt will be on that broadcast. Johnny and I will be sitting on the sideline heckling them where you off mic. But for John and I, we will sign off. What's our next JV game? Is it Saturday, correct?
Saturday at Waconia at noon.
Saturday at Waconia at noon. All right, will you join us at 7 o'clock for the varsity games?